exciting, and I know there's the time change, and I know it's fun to like be in a hotel room with your friends, but we celebrate. You can stay up as late as you want. You don't even have to sleep Sunday night. But tonight, tomorrow night, the night after, or maybe it's just those 3, 8 hours. Yes. Minimum, if not more. You have long days and it's hot outside and you're going to be dancing a lot. The more sleep you get, the better your performance is going to be, and the better you're going to feel, and the less likely less likely you're going to get sick and then fall asleep at Universal and all that stuff. Tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. is breakfast, and then 9 a.m. is our activity and a lesson. Bring a pen if you have. If you don't have a pen, I have extra. Then lunch is leftover Olive Garden. I want everybody to take a salad to your room, and then you can also eat whatever else you want for lunch. It's a really early lunch. You probably won't be super hungry, but just know lunch around 11, and then we meet to go to our studio rehearsal. Studio rehearsal 12:30 to 4. Get back at Carib, we'll do interviews, and then we'll go look at the warm-up area, team dinner 6:15, yoga and lesson 7:15 to 8, and then we'll do visualizing, and then that's tomorrow. Done.
Oh my gosh, that's gonna go by so fast.
Yeah. It is. Right now we're in the parking lot doing one of the infamous Nationals parking lot practices. We're working on game day. Tomorrow we'll compete Palm and Jazz. Saturday we compete game day. So right now we're going through game day. Game day is made up of 3 different sections. Our fight song, where we do our school fight song. A sideline, which is a sideline that we would do at a football or basketball game. And then a timeout piece, which is a full hip hop performance that we would do at halftime. One of the fun things about the game day category is you pretty much bring what you do at home to nationals. So we get to show the entire dance community world what we do at home, what we do at our football games, what we do at our basketball games, what we do at our assemblies. And so there's such a high level of pride when you're on stage yelling Cougar Nation or on stage doing your fight song. It's unreal and unlike any other feeling. It's the most cool thing about nationals, honestly. We are doing a practice with Johnson High School. It's another team that Coach Jackie and I work with. So we're gonna perform for each other to let the girls get their nerves out and have an audience to perform, and it'll be super fun. These are our Johnson Legacies. I've been working with them for 3 years now. Johnson Legacies, these are my Coronado Cougarettes. Anytime you hear me talking about my girls, this is who I'm talking about. When I'm there and I'm like, listen, my girls, da 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 da, you probably get sick of hearing it because I just love them so much and I talk them up so much, but these are my girls. Coach Jackie and I choreographed our girls' game day. Coach Jackie and I choreographed Johnson's game days. I want both groups to bring the fire. I want both groups to put everything you have on this concrete stage in this parking lot right now. Because if you give everything you've got right here and you have an audience that you're performing for, it's gonna elevate your nationals performance on Saturday that much more. Pretend like you're on that stage at nationals right now. Pretend like you have judges in front of you right now, okay? We're not expecting perfection, we're never expecting perfection. What are we expecting?
Effort.
100% effort. And the more you give right here, the better you're gonna be on stage. Sound good?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's do it. Johnson, you wanna go first? We're both, I don't mean to speak for both of us, but we're both so proud of every single one of you. So proud and so excited to be here. It was weird, I was almost nervous that it wasn't gonna happen until we actually got here, just because the last 2 years we've had so much taken away. So just remember, above everything else, we talk about this a lot on Coronado Cougarettes, but to be present and to be grateful, because we didn't get to be here last year and we get to be here this year. So everything you do, you're present, you're with your team, and you're grateful for every single thing. You're grateful for the hot parking lot practices. You're grateful for the long shuttle rides. You're grateful to have your hotel room with your friends. You're grateful for the stress of backstage of like, oh my gosh, we got this. Yeah. Ready? Go ahead.
Daddy's on me, daddy's on 3. 1, 2, 3,
Right now, we are about to go to a team activity. I'm not really sure what the activity is. In previous years, we've done a lesson on like validation and like knowing what it means to be sure in yourself. So I'm excited to see what the lesson's going to be this time.
Okay, first thing I want you to do is I want you to write down 3 things routine-wise, like in your routines, that scares you the most. Can we go around real quick? And can you say your fear?
My biggest fear is that I don't hit something in jazz.
Okay, so now I'm gonna ask you, what does it mean about you if you don't hit something in jazz?
I feel like it'd be like letting other people down because it originally wasn't my spot. And so I don't want them to think that someone else could have done it better than me.
So what does it mean if they think someone could have done it better than you, to you?
That I'm not good enough for them.
So is your fear not hitting something on stage, or is your fear not being good enough for your team?
Probably not being good enough.
So write that down.
My fear is not having my best technique and like in jazz in my shoulders. It means that all the work that I put in all year to fix those things didn't translate.
Okay. And then what does that mean if all the work that you put in didn't translate to you?
It means that I let my team down.
What does it mean to you if you let your team down?
That I'm not good enough.
Ava.
I'm not good enough.
Janae.
We're not good enough.
Alexis.
Not being good enough for everyone and myself. I'm afraid I'm going to leave the team. In my last performances, I'm going to be my best.
What does that mean about you?
Well, originally it was that I wasn't good enough. But I didn't want to say that because I'm never.
I want every single one of you to know that no matter what happens this weekend and no matter what happens on the stage, we love every single one of you, and you're good enough. You're enough. You're enough for us. You're enough for this team. You're enough for the girl sitting next to you. Would you ever look at the girl next to you on stage and be like, wow, she's not good enough to be here? No, you wouldn't. So know that nobody's thinking that about you either. Every single one of you is good enough. And our love for you guys is unconditional. It doesn't matter what you do. Even girls who are no longer on the team, our love for them is unconditional. Same for you guys, okay? So what you're gonna do, you're gonna write your fear on your balloon, and then what you're gonna have to do is you say your positive affirmation that I am enough, I am good enough, whatever it is, and then you'll take your pen and you'll stab the balloon until it pops.
I am a valuable member of this team.
Yes! Do you believe her?
Yes!
Yeah! Stab it! I am good enough!
I am good enough! For me!
Just hit it. I am enough! More later.
I am worthy of being who I am and where I am. I'm good enough for myself, my team, and my coaches.
Yes, you are.
You are good enough to be on this team!
If there's nothing else you take from this weekend, know that you are loved so much. And you are enough. You're enough for us, you're enough for your teammates, you're enough for your parents, you're enough for yourself. You are good enough. You're here for a reason. You're good enough for this team. You're enough for this team. You're enough to be here at Nationals. You're enough to do anything you want in your life. Anything.
But you made me so buttered. How dare you? I'm so afraid. I don't know. That was the most stress I've ever I don't even get that much.
Nah, she's like, I waited 2.5 hours for that, and I was like, and I listened to
My favorite ride.
This is so funny.
stuff, and they talk about our scores, and they tell us like where we are.
And they tell us that we're in first place for both of our dances.
Yeah,
and then
it's gonna be
we
like,
have a group of our.
That's tomorrow.
Yeah, let us know if you have any questions.
We'll go over stuff too.
Yeah.
Like throughout the day, we'll be like, okay, make sure you have this, and like we'll ask the coaches, make sure you have music players and all this stuff for prom tomorrow. We perform tomorrow.
How are you guys feeling about tomorrow?
I am so excited about
Lit! We're really lit after, guys.
Lit after.
I'm so pumped.
Yeah, I like. Oh!